Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Jordy. This reading is for Pisces. We're going to be using the crystal ball, some runes, chakra stones, as well as pulling some oracle and tarot cards to create an initial message to start with. And then we'll move into a full 10-card tarot spread. After this video, there will be an extended reading where I will clarify each of the 10 cards that we've pulled with additional tarot cards and going deeper into the message. So if you want to follow me over into the second half of this video, after this is done, you can click the link in the description box below. Alright, thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting below, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of your love and support. We're going to start by gazing into the crystal ball. We'll just clear my mind and see what comes up for Pisces. So I'm seeing a treasure box opening, and inside are, bones. A bunch of bones and a skull. And a scroll. So that's interesting. Treasure is something valuable. The bones represent ancestry, and the scroll is a message. So there must be a message coming through from your ancestors in this crystal ball today. I'll see what else we can get. I'm seeing a river flowing. And I'm seeing the 8 of Wands. 8 wands thrown into the air. So the river is all about going with the flow and releasing resistance, letting it carry you. So maybe this is a message of the ancestors trying to say to you, let us carry you into this next phase. There's a big shift coming, or you're in the middle of a big shift right now with that 8 of Wands. And the results that you've been heading towards are about to land. Okay, let's grab some runes. So we have this rune here today. I don't have the runes memorized, so we'll check the sheet here. This is Fehu, which is about wealth, prosperity, opulence, cowardice, and slavery is its negative meanings. Gives power over one's environment. Wealth, property, opulence. Gives power over one's environment. So that's interesting. We could be talking about ancestral power that's being given to you or activated. There's a wealth that's being activated in your life. With that treasure box, you're being led to a wealth of wisdom and gaining access to some type of powerful energy that's moving right now within you and in your life. So we'll grab a chakra stone. And we've got the solar plexus coming out with the honey calcite. The solar plexus is the I am self, or I will. It's about your willpower, creating your manifestations, your sense of identity. It's the fire chakra. It's just very powerful activations happening here in your manifestation abilities through ancestral wisdom. I'm just going to see if I can channel anything else that wants to come through from your ancestors. I'm hearing we want you to hold on to this knowledge. So this knowledge could be something that comes through in the reading today, is what I'm getting. Let's start by pulling some Millennial Tarot energies. Just one card. Here we go. We have the Queen of Thoughts, the Queen of Swords. This is the independent woman. Very beautiful. Queen of Thoughts, independent woman. So we're definitely talking about your mindset, your perspective, clarity of mind, the truth, the boundaries, knowing what's good for you and what isn't good for you. It is a card of wisdom. And we'll pull some alchemy spirit cards here. We have the Crow, which I always feel like the Crow represents magic, but it also represents like witnessing something. Because the Crows witness, they're very intelligent. I feel like your ancestors are really closely watching your progress right now. And the Black Crow represents transformation. And we have the House with the key and the rooster here. So we could be talking about family or home in your reading today. We'll see how that plays out. Grabbing a card from the Animal Guide Tarot. We have the World. The Shetland Sheepdog. Congratulations on successfully accomplishing what you set out to do. You've made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons life offered you with grace and courage. Interesting. Well, I feel like these messages will make more sense as we grab the tarot reading. But, just as a quick little recap, we saw in the crystal ball an ancestral message coming through, wanting you to hold on to a piece of wisdom, to treasure your wisdom. You've gained something already. You've gained independence in some way because of this wisdom. And it may be unlocking new levels of stability for you, abundance. We saw that go with the flow energy of the river, releasing that resistance. I do feel like you've been in the flow. And that Eight of Wands is saying that there's going to be movement and results coming out of this. The World being a victory card, a transformation card. And it's an integration. Alright, so let's pull a spread. We have the King of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, the Two of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. We have Strength and Eight of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Okay. The Magician reversed underneath the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's get into this energy. You have three kings. Mastery energy. You've invested yourself fully into something, and you've represented yourself well. That's what I'm hearing with the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. You have done something with purpose, with a cause, but your heart isn't in it right now, with the King of Cups being reversed. In fact, some of you may even want to skip out on the best part. The best part is happening once you dip into your inner reserves of strength and have the discipline, even the self-mastery, to complete a project or to complete a fight or to complete a crossroads that you're at, to follow through with a crossroads, to make sure you end up on the path that you were invested in to begin with. This is an energy of someone who is deciding whether or not what they've accomplished is going to be fulfilling for them. Because maybe you've educated yourself, or maybe you've accomplished something in your career, or in your goals, your dreams. Maybe you bought a home. Maybe you've done all these things that make you feel like you have a strong foundation. But there's something here that's not sitting right in your heart, with that King of Cups being reversed. You can't picture yourself doing this thing or being in this state or having these things in the future. There's a disconnect to the future here. So you're disconnecting in the present as well. If your past self had what your current self had right now, it would be more than satisfied, but your current self isn't. And that's interesting, at least to me as a reader. I can relate to this energy. You've been given the tools to stand up for and to vocalize and to participate in something very meaningful to you. I feel like there's a sense of not wanting to follow through with something here. To run away with the Knight of Wands reversed. To skip out on something. The Eight of Pentacles reversed beneath it. I feel like what is the issue here, Pisces, is that in order for you to continue forward with what you've accomplished, what you've learned, what you've established in your life, it requires you to fight for it continuously, to keep yourself independent. But with the Hierophant being reversed, the Five of Wands reversed, and the Eight of Pentacles reversed, these are energies that are telling me that you're not sold on the idea of fighting for something. So all this potential, all this movement that was supposed to that was already launched into the air, it's already, in the making. Is going to fizzle out like these fireworks here reversed in the Eight of Wands, because it lacks the strength to follow through. So what would it look like if you did follow through? I'm being drawn to the tattoos on this woman's legs. It says love and trust. And I was hearing that message from your ancestry, like the wise ones saying, hold on to your wisdom. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to follow through with this or not. I feel the strong sense of, not necessarily confusion, but something needs to activate within you. that willpower has been dampened by your heart. Maybe you've lost a lot along the way. Maybe you feel a deep sense of sadness or sorrow, and it's kind of put out the energy in your solar plexus a little bit. I mean, I don't have cards of sadness and sorrow here, but I definitely feel like that's part of it. Well, it's interesting. Let's look at the individual card pairings before we close. Down here at the beginning, we have the King of Cups reversed in the current moment, the Strength reversed in the future. So currently, right now, your heart is not in check. It's either feeling sad, weighed down, deficient, or underactive, or you just don't have control of your emotions right now. Even though you have control of your mind and your reality with the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords, like you've mastered some form of stability or foundation or education. You've aligned yourself with your purpose, your truth, your sense of clarity and your voice. But with your King of Cups being reversed here, your emotions are not in alignment with where you're at. And with the Strength reversed, this is in the future. It's like your manifestation, because we have the Magician underneath the bottom of the deck here. Your manifestation is losing power because your emotions are not behind it. It's our emotions that power our manifestations. So the Knight of Wands reversed with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, this is when you feel like instead of working on this project or working on this career or building this house or whatever you were focused on, you've decided to jump on your skateboard and just kind of skip out and do anything else but finish this work. And then with the Hierophant reversed and the King of Swords upright, I feel like the King of Swords is your ancestors trying to say to you as well, like, you know, you've learned something. You've amassed all this knowledge, all the books in this Hierophant card. For some reason, you're cutting yourself off from this knowledge. Right before the results come in. This Eight of Wands reversed as the outcome. So with the Two of Wands and the Five of Wands reversed, there's a recent energy of you holding back from deciding to fight for something, to push through. Then the King of Pentacles reversed in the past with the Eight of Wands reversed in the outcome. This is an energy of King of Pentacles knows what they know, does what they do. The King of Pentacles knows what they know and makes money off of it, makes a foundation, masters the resources in their life. The King of Pentacles, takes their education or their creativity or their willpower or whatever they've got, and they make their reality out of their skills and talents and knowledge. I honestly feel like maybe some of you just haven't seen the results quite yet, so you're giving up right before those results come in, or losing strength anyway. So perhaps it's time for you to do some reading with the Hierophant here, or listen to a spiritual coach. Get someone to light that fire underneath of you again. Your spirit guides are witnessing you go through this. And you're at a point here with the World card where you have successfully accomplished what you set out to do. You have made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons life offered you with grace and courage. But there's a reward coming for you. There's manifestations that are meant to come through for you because of this accomplishment that you've made. And for a lot of you, you're looking at your accomplishment and you're thinking, well, that was enough. I'm not going to wait around for it to create this world that I hope to create. If it hasn't created by this point, then is it ever going to be created, kind of thing. And it's just like an energy of disappointment in this King of Cups here. Perhaps loneliness as well. I mean, we don't have any cups in this reading except for the King of Cups. The King of Cups seems a little bit lonely to me today. Perhaps it's I don't know. There's not enough information in these tarot cards to complete this message, which is unfortunate. I'm not going to pull any more cards just to try to pull it through in this reading, but I'm going to go dive deeper into it in the extended, and maybe we'll get to the nitty-gritty of what's going on here. But I hope that you found this message, at least it's helpful in some way, to know that there is results coming if you hold on to this wisdom. If there is a treasure at the end of this road, type, so to speak. Perhaps a foundation, a home, a life that you've trying to build. And just to follow through with it, Pisces. That's what I think the advice is anyway. Alright, thank you, and I'll see you again soon.